Hello everyone, welcome. Today I'm going to be sharing with you what I feel are the 10 best makeup products under $20. I recently uploaded a similar video where I spoke about some affordable makeup / beauty products that I purchase on Amazon that I reach for over my high-end options. Now, even though some of these products are available to purchase on Amazon, they can all also be found at your local Walmart, Target, Walgreens, CVS, or Ulta. And coming up with this list of 10 was not that easy because lately I have discovered so many products under $20 that are so good. Some of the products are old favorites I've used off and on for years, and some are brand new. So let's get into it. First up is this Milani SPF BFF Primer. It has an SPF 30. It offers UVA and UVB protection. It has a lightweight lotion texture that smooths your skin, extends the wear of your makeup, and works beautifully under my makeup. And what I mean by that is any foundation I have put over this primer has not pilled. It has not been more difficult to apply. I think we've all tried primers and or sunscreens underneath our makeup that just did not work well together. I am personally a big fan of the Charlotte Tilbury SPF 50 primer, but that one is pretty expensive. I think it's like 3, maybe even 4 times the price of this. So honestly, when I run out of that product, I will most likely stick to using this because I see no reason not to. Up next is another product from Milani. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Milani is my favorite drugstore makeup brand. And this Conceal and Perfect foundation has been one of my go-tos for years. I'm wearing the shade 03 Light Beige. This is a 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. So if you have things that you want to cover on your face, this is going to cover it. It is a medium to full coverage foundation. However, it has a very natural finish, meaning it's not too dewy, it's not too matte. If you are someone who likes to wear a very sheer tinted moisturizer during the day, I would highly recommend something like this for your nighttime foundation or your special event foundation. It's long wearing, it doesn't feel heavy, the shade range is pretty darn good for a drugstore product. This foundation is the closest, I would say, to the original Studio Fix Fluid formula, which is one of my holy grails. I do like the new formula as well, but as far as coverage, consistency, finish, and wear time, I would say this one is a lot more like the original version of Studio Fix Fluid. Next up is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Concealer. I have used this product off and on for years. I typically prefer concealers that have a doe foot applicator, but I honestly have no problems with this either. Anytime I put this away for a few months and then I take it back out and use it, I'm always very satisfied with the applicator on this. And what I mean by that is Maybelline did a really good job with this packaging in that when you twist it, just the right amount comes up. Over the years, I have used products in similar packaging to this, and they have not worked as well. You do a couple of clicks and everything comes out the top, or nothing comes out, and then you end up clicking more, and again, too much comes out. Maybelline has truly mastered this sponge tip applicator, and I love that I can just press it right there by the corner of my nose where I have the most discoloration. A little bit goes a long way. I find that it offers excellent coverage. You can use this on other parts of your face, like around the nose or the smile lines. There is a reason that this concealer has won so many beauty awards, Reader's Choice Awards. I will always have this in my makeup stash. Okay, if you know me at all, you know I am a brow junkie. I'm a blush junkie, I'm a lip gloss junkie, and a brow junkie. Finding the perfect brow pencil is very, very tricky. You've got to get the tone of the pencil right. You don't want a pencil that is going to disappear if you happen to wipe your brow, so you want it to be long lasting. And thankfully, there are a lot of really, really good options at the drugstore when it comes to brow pencils. But my current favorite is the Covergirl Nano Brow Liner. This reminds me so much of the Huda Beauty brow pencil that I used to rave about. I love a tiny, tiny tipped brow pencil because I have like no brow hairs. So I have to pretend, I have to make little brow strokes. I can either do that with a brow pen, which tends to take a little bit longer, or a pencil like this. And the tiny pencil works the best, which is why I loved the one from Huda Beauty. But the problem I always ran into with that one is I would be in the middle of filling in my brow and the tip would break almost every single time. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I have had a similar problem with this pencil, but this pencil is about half the price of the Huda Beauty, and I find that if I just twist it up a little tiny bit, I don't have that problem with it breaking off. Now, if I remember correctly, I did do the same thing with the Huda Beauty, meaning I would just twist it up a tiny bit, but it would still break off. I think that just might be the nature of these types of really fine point pencils. You're just going to run that risk. But I would rather take that risk with a $10 pencil versus one that's $18, $20 or more. Somehow, when I had to refilm a portion of this video, I left out one of the products, which is this L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour brow lamination. There is truly no reason to spend any more than the $15 that this brow product costs because it is just as good as any brow laminating product you can find at Sephora or within any other high-end brand. Up next are these eyeshadow palettes from Morphe. I have an entire video dedicated to these palettes. I have a full tutorial using one of the versions. This one right here is the Artistry palette in Gold Seeker, and it is the one I currently have on my eyes today. I have purchased 3 out of 4 of these. The only one I don't have is the Rose Gold palette, but I think I'm going to buy that on my next trip to Ulta. I just find myself reaching for these over and over and over again. Morphe has really been knocking it out of the park when it comes to their new releases. Now I'm reminded of a comment I received on another recent video where I spoke about these palettes, or maybe it was another Morphe product, and I said Morphe's been really knocking it out of the park with their new releases. I received a comment that said, "You're really trying to get on their PR list, aren't you?" No, I'm not. Morphe is such an affordable brand. I really don't mind going out and just purchasing the things that I really want. And I truly want to go buy the one I just told you I was missing to complete my collection. Okay, you didn't think I was gonna do this video without putting a blush in it, did you? Well, just like with the Maybelline Eraser Concealer, this blush is one that I have gone back and forth using regularly, off and on, over many, many years. And every time I pick it up again, I'm like, why am I not using this every single day? Then I remember, Risa, it's your job to try different products all the time. So you can't really do that. But if I could only recommend one blush that you can get at Walgreens or CVS or Target or Walmart, it would be a Milani Baked Blush. And Luminoso is still my #1 pick. This color has always been, I think, universally flattering. It looks beautiful on so many different skin tones. It's pigmented, but you can even build it up to be very pigmented if you like a real blushy look. It does have a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's not glittery or sparkly. I have never had one that had glitter or heavy sparkle in it. If I had to list my top 10 blushes of all time, this would definitely be in the top 5. I still cannot get over the fact that these e.l.f. lip liners are only $2. I currently have 4 of them. I want to have them all. They're so creamy, they're so long wearing. Well, let me back up. They're not the longest wearing lip liners I have ever put on my lips, but they're decently long wearing, again, for $2. Now, I complained about this the last time I spoke about these pencils, and I'm going to complain about it again. The packaging that these come in, the little plastic pouches, have the shade names on the bottom. Once you get rid of that package, the only way to know the shade name is to grab some sort of magnifying glass or have the best eyes in the world so that you can read the name that's right on that clear cap. Now, I don't know about you, but I will often lose the caps of my eye pencils and lip pencils, and sometimes one cap gets put on a different product, and being that the names are on these caps, you can't do that. You have to make sure you're putting the right cap back on the right pencil. Now, somebody did suggest to me that I just use a label maker and put the name on the pencil, and I think I'm actually going to do that. So here are swatches of all 4 shades that I have. Today I used a combination of 2 of them. Like I said, I can't read them at the moment, but I'll put the names of the 2 that I currently have on down below in a caption. I used this peachier one to outline my entire lip, and then I used one that's a little bit browner and darker just to define my Cupid's bow. They're absolutely incredible, and once again, only $2. Okay, where are my Gen Xers at? I know I have a lot of viewers that are Gen X. Do you remember the movie with John Cusack called Better Off Dead? I just keep thinking of those scenes where he's being chased by the paperboy who's screaming, "I want my $2." Was that not such a great movie? They don't make movies like that anymore, and it's so sad. All right, it's time to talk about my final 2 best makeup products under $20. Surprise, surprise, it's another Milani product. The Fruit Fetish Lip Oils. They are shiny, they smell good. I own a lot of lip oils from Summer Fridays, from Dior, from House Labs. I feel like everyone has come out with a lip oil in the past year. The quality of these truly stands up against all of those that are 2 and 3 times the price. And they recently launched the shade Luminoso that I am just crazy about. Look at this color. I wear this on its own. I wear it over lip colors. I can honestly say I have never purchased a backup of any lip product, but I kind of want to buy a backup of this particular shade. It's beautiful. Okay, the final product is the L'Oreal Infallible 3-Second Setting Mist. I am telling you, this stuff makes everything transfer proof. Your foundation, body makeup if you're wearing any, that is predominantly what I have been using this for. I do use it on my face, but I'll be honest with you, I also rotate this with my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, my One Size setting spray. I've got some Urban Decay setting sprays that I use, but this is the only one I use to spray my neck and chest when I wear. I always forget that I shouldn't open my mouth right after spraying this. Honestly, within 3 to 10 seconds of spraying this, anything I put on becomes transfer proof. It is amazing. And I am someone who does use body makeup a lot of the time, especially when I'm filming or I'm going out, because I have a lot of sun damage on my chest. So I do like to apply something that covers that up a little bit. I also will often wear a foundation that's a little bit darker than my skin tone, especially if I'm going to be photographed, because the last thing I want is my face to look lighter in photos than my body. So the way I remedy that is that I always go a little bit darker than my natural skin tone when applying foundation, and then I just bring it down my neck and chest. And then whenever I say that, people inevitably ask, how do you keep it from transferring? Well, my answer in the past wasn't always what people wanted to hear. I was totally honest. I would say that, yeah, sometimes it transfers, and I would just have to take whatever I was wearing to the dry cleaners to get it out. But with this, I have no fear. My only complaint about it is that I need to have the jumbo size version. This is great for travel, but I personally would like to have a much bigger bottle to keep at home. All right, everyone, I do hope you enjoyed hearing about what I think are the 10 best makeup products under $20. Money is tight for a lot of people, and you do not have to spend a fortune to look amazing. if you're new to my channel, I really do try to cover all price points. Once in a while, you'll see me do a full luxury video, only about luxury products. Other times I'll do a makeup tutorial using a combination of high-end and drugstore. I always try to do at least 1 to 2 affordable or drugstore focused videos per month. And my testing hot new makeup videos, that's all dependent on what gets released that month. Some months I will have more high-end products in that video, and other months it will be more drugstore. And as often as possible, I do like to have a mix of both in those testing hot new makeup videos. So all of the products will be listed and linked down below in the description box of this video, as well as through YouTube Shopping. If you did enjoy this video, I really appreciate you giving it a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, I hope that you will consider doing so. Just press that subscribe button and you will become a part of the Risa Does Makeup family. I do upload new videos at least twice per week. You can also find fashion and beauty content from me over on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. My username is the same on all of those platforms. It's Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video.